What's going on, everyone? So doing a quick little video today to talk to you about Ring Finance. So this has been floating around for probably a month or so on Twitter. I've seen a lot of people jumping on it. I was pretty skeptical on it when it first came out, but they also got hacked not too long ago. So the price sort of tanked, but they actually rebounded pretty well. So they got hacked, and there was another protocol that got hacked that was very similar. Both sort of struggled for a bit, but they've come back and they actually seem to be doing all right now. So it's a very high risk play. It's similar to Strong, however, they're not running nodes. What they're doing is taking money and then they're investing that money into a bunch of different DeFi protocols. So we'll touch on that soon. They've recently just talked about investing money into Time, Strong, Ohm, and then there's a new project, Meta Islands, that they looked at. When we don't mind this project as well. However, the price has gone insane since it launched only a few days ago. So that's a project that we're going to wait to see a pretty big retracement on before we want to get into it. I'll jump on the wallet to show you what they're doing, and we'll have a quick look at the price chart on it as well. Okay, so basically what they're doing is it's similar to a node, however it's not actually a node, they're just sort of calling it a node, but the money is all just staked, right? So eventually they want to take all the money and put it across a bunch of different protocols. So they're starting with Olympus. They've also got Time, which they don't have anything on here for, Strong Block, and then that Island protocol. So they obviously want to get into all of these as well. So they want to end up with at least 30 plus. So you basically put in your money into this, and then it's going to get spread out a bunch of other different protocols. So you're sort of buying into all these different high generating protocols by buying just into Ring, right? It's very high risk, but I think if you've got a little bit of free cash, now that the price is sort of tanked and everything's coming back not too bad from the hack, it's worth doing. Right? And the reason I wanted to get this out is that tomorrow they're actually going to have a discount. So they're running a few promotional discounts. Just to try to get a few more people involved in the protocol after the hack and to try to get their name back out there again a bit more. So it's going to be 40% off tomorrow. So that's why you'll see the price actually come up a little bit. Okay, it's up about 20% today. But yeah, so for 6 Ring nodes, you're going to be able to buy in to the gold nodes, right? So they've got 3 different nodes. All right, let's just go in here and have a look. Okay, credit ring node from 10 to 1 ring. All right, so that's the difference. So you can get into for one ring. All right, so if you don't have too much money but you want to get involved, you can do that. But if you get on to the 10 ring, so tomorrow's only going to cost you 6 ring, then your reward is 0.55. All right, so it's going to take you, because you're only going to be buying it in for 6, it'll take you about 12 days to get your money back. Okay, so if you really want, you can put your money in 12 days, pull it back. For me, I'm just going to let it run because it's not that much money. It's only 6 rings. It's about 1350 USD. So I'm just going to throw that in and let it run. All right, so while the market's trending down and we could be going a lot lower, I'm not throwing big money around into these sort of protocols. So when the market was a bit bullish, that's when we were throwing a bit more money into everything. But now we're just sort of trying to get in, get out, and move around. So I pulled all my profit out of that GG DAO we talked about a few videos ago. So I've got 500 US left in that just to let it run. But I made, a few grand off that, just off a couple of grand. So nothing crazy, but there was a very good chance that went to zero, what we threw in there. So while the market's bearish, we're not going to be throwing huge money around. Right, but I've got enough profit from that to throw into this as well as a few other things. But this is the one I wanted to get the video out on now, just because they've got that sale on tomorrow. Right, so yeah, that's what you guys really want to look at. Is you can have obviously up to 100, same thing, but yeah, the APY is obviously a lot higher than Strong. I still rate Strong though, because as you see here, they're actually investing into Strong. Right, so they're doing these buys. Okay, they've done 2 of these buys. They've done the polls, so they're going to invest about $1 million across these 4 protocols, and they're letting people choose the ratio of it all. Okay, and this is the wallet address that they posted in the Telegram and the Discord as where they're buying from. And you can see here, they actually have bought 75 grand worth Strong. right? So off of here, they won today. The only goes they won the $25,000 one, and they won the $50,000 one here, right? So 75 grand should be in strong, and if you go to their wallet, they've actually done it, right? So they haven't set these nodes up, because if they had set the nodes up, then you wouldn't still see the strong in their wallet, right? Don't care, because once you've set it up, you don't have it in there. I'm pretty sure, because I don't think you can still see this strong in my wallet, right? But they actually have been buying this stuff, right? Same as the ohm, you can see it there. It's in there as ohm, so they haven't staked that yet for some reason. I'm not too sure why they haven't staked that, but they have at least been buying it. So yeah, we'll wait for some updates to see when they're actually starting to stake all the money and things like that, because surely they're going to have to do that soon. It doesn't really make much sense to be sitting and holding this without staking it. So yeah, until they sort of are staking this, we get more info later. I am still treating this as a pretty high risk play, right? But yeah, that's what. So 2,600% APY, 12 days to get your money back. You can see here they got about 68,000 followers on Twitter, so they've been around a while. They're definitely not new. I've been seeing their name thrown around by a lot of guys that I follow on Twitter, getting up and getting around there. But yeah, so obviously these are the first 4 they're starting to deploy money in. We'll see what ones they come out next. But yeah, I definitely think if you've got a bit of free money and you sort of like these sort of high risk plays, there's a good chance, at least if the market does drop, you're at least making more ring nodes. You can sort of get set up. So when you do have a bull market, you hope you're going to have a few different, passive income sort of set up. So yeah, if you got any questions about it, let us know, guys. You buy this on PancakeSwap. So there's a couple different ways you can get to that. Either copy their token address from here. So you got their contract address. Copy that, open PancakeSwap and use that. Or you can do it from the Ring website. Here you go, buy Ring, go to PancakeSwap, and then you can sort of collect it in there and then buy there, right? So, I don't leave much money in this wallet. As you can see there, I've got 12 there, so ready to set up a couple of Ring nodes tomorrow when they do that discount. And I just left enough BNB in here just to cover the fees. So it is on Binance, so the fees are a lot cheaper. So you're going to be able to compound. Every time I get 10 Ring, I'm going to be able to compound, right? So it's only going to take about 6 days, and then I'll be able to get another node, and then another node, all right? So I'm planning on just compounding that up before I take profits, okay? Just because that money is the profit I made from GG. I also spread some profit out into some other coins, so I'm happy to lose that. Worst case, it's not, it's less than 1% of my portfolio. It's not gonna lose any sleep over that sort of money. So yeah, have a look. Hope you guys learn a bit from this. If you've got any questions, let us know. But yeah, 1 Ring to 10 Ring, but 40% off tomorrow, so you're paying 60% of the price. We'll get another one to get this out to you quickly while you got time to buy before that. Because there's a good chance tomorrow, once they pump it out on Twitter a bit more about the discount, price will probably shoot up, but you're probably going to have a lot of people that own nodes dumping. So the price will probably shoot up and then dump tomorrow as well. So yeah, just be aware of that everyone knows that this is coming. So like a few of the boys we know that already hold a fair bit of Ring, they're actually planning to sell some tomorrow because the price should pump a little bit to get their initial investment out. But yeah, it just sort of depends what you sort of like to do. So as always, guys, not financial advice. This is just something that we're doing, and we think it's got pretty good risk to reward on. So yeah, I know you look at the price charts, it's sort of been ranging. It goes down to about 150 to 400. It's just sort of been chopping around since the hack. All right, so you're buying it not at too bad a price. It's definitely not dirt cheap, but you're not buying it at a high either. So as far as the charts go, it's not the best, but it could be worse. You look at the last 17 days, we're down 50%. So anything at like a 50% pullback or more is not really too bad a time to buy. But there you can see all-time low, $91. So you're not buying it, crazy lows either. But yeah, if you've got any questions about this, let us know. I had a few people ask us in the Discord about it. And then we weren't the biggest fans of it then, still not, 100% confident, but now they are actually starting to show where they're putting the money. So now they are starting to buy into these protocols. That's why I have a little bit more faith. Like now that we're starting to see these transactions, we can actually start to see where these rewards are going to start coming from. Before this, there was no proof where any of these rewards were coming from. But now that they are starting to do this, it's giving me a bit of faith. But yeah, before I would throw any serious money at this, I'd want to at least see these staked, see what other protocols they pick, and see that sort of stuff. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm in these protocols myself anyway, so I don't want to just be double dipping on the same protocols I own. But Meta Islands is something that I have had a little bit of a look at. Like I said, if you look at the chart for it, it's just gone up about 100x in the last 6 days. So we especially in this, potential bear market, we don't want to be buying projects that have done 100x in 6 days. Wait for the next thing. So yeah, this is a project we'll definitely keep an eye on if price tanks. And it still looks all right. Like there's very, very little info out about it at the moment. That is something that we could buy. So I am a little sus on the fact that they're buying into this project at these prices, to be honest. But, put in what you can afford to lose, and we'll just see how this plays out. But these three are at great prices to be buying into. So that's solid, and I get why they're doing it. It's a pretty high risk play that could work out pretty well. So yeah, all right, guys. Well, I hope you guys learned a bit from this. If you got any questions, jump in Discord, ask away, and yeah, we'll try to keep these nice, short, little, sweet videos coming out for you on projects that we think are good value. And as news comes out about all these projects, we'll start doing a few more news updates. And yeah, thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.